Work-wise, we are very different in how we approach things. This is more like of the maverick type, guns blazing first, questions later. Whereas for me, I would prefer to, get the questions out, know what I'm getting into before I commit to it.
To me, it's more of a friend than a business partner. And when you talk about loyalty, he's one of the very few friends that I can rely on.
We built mobile apps, so we built for a variety of platforms, including most of the major ones like Android, iOS, Windows Phone. Our goal is to come up with apps that enriches your life, helps you do something better, or even change your perspective on how you look at things, so that you can be the better you.
Then again, there's a lot of mobile apps, so I guess most apps are tools. It could be communication tools. It could be a tool to find out about what's happening thousands of miles away. So to me, I use mobile apps as a tool.
I believe these days it's going to, you just switch on a person's handphone, you see what apps they have, and you can kind of have a rough idea of, how that person is, what he likes, what he dislikes. Mobile apps are a reflection of your personality.
We really believe in a close relationship with our colleagues. We treat them as family. We have to show them that we appreciate them, that you're not here just because I hire you, but I want you to know that you are here because I want you to be here, because now you're part of this family. We want to give them an environment that they're more relaxed at giving out their thoughts, compared to having a meeting table right in the center, sitting around in a seat at a projector screen.
They are more willing to participate because you are just sitting as though you're sitting with a group of friends talking about something, rather than in a corporate meeting room where you only voice your opinion if the person allows you to. We don't hire you as just a staff. We bring you in as a partner. We believe you can contribute to the company, just as we believe we can help you become a better person. It may mean that one day you will leave the company, but that's all fine. In fact, we believe in starting our own dreams, and we want to train our guys to be able to do the same as well. You don't just come in as a staff, you come in, you invest in the company just as we are investing in you. We measure productivity by work done rather than hours spent sitting on your desk. Because you may sit at your desk and you may be surfing Facebook, that's not work done. And the other thing is, I guess, your mood when you come into work. If we have telecommute, that's something that we feel like, at least you don't come to work grumpy. In order to like what you do, you also need to like the process of getting to that place to do what you do. And if the process of getting there involves a 2-hour jam, I don't think you like your work, even if it's a very, very nice work.
Having a different work culture is important to us. The thought of people taking advantage of this system, particularly telecommuting, did cross my mind. That's why we're actually quite particular about who we hire, and it's also about trust on our part.
When you empower someone, I think they do a much better job. You trust your employees, or you trust someone that they know what is best. Then I believe they also feel empowered to make the decisions themselves.
When you compare yourself locally, you're only limited to that pool of competition. When you compare yourself to what's out there, your competition pool is a lot larger. And there's always going to be somebody who's much better than you. Once we see another company out there who are doing exceptionally well, we want to emulate that as well and want to do better than them. It goes on and on and on until you come to a point that, looking back, wow, we have improved so much, because there's so many things to learn out there. When it comes to competition, you learn what your competitors are doing, you take what's good, and you learn from there, you move on. And you take what's better out there, you make it yours, and you become better and better.
I personally believe, if you love what you're doing, you will get really good at it. And if you're really good at something, there will be someone out there who will pay you really nice sum of money to do what you love. But you first have to step out and do what you love and get really good at it. Great work comes from that extra touch, that little extra something that only comes when you are actually passionate and when you actually love what you are doing. Fear is kind of overrated. Stepping on your own, you might have to give up some comforts that you're used to. But to be really honest, this day and age, there's no such thing as like you will starve to death. You won't come to a point where you really are so broke that you cannot eat and you will die because of starvation. That does not happen. At least not in Malaysia.
To most of us, we are all creatures of comfort, and I really hate to be plucked out of my comfort zone, to put out into the unknown. I had to go through the whole fear, the whole uncertainty. I don't know whether our company will work out. I don't know when the next paycheck will come in. It shows me that you never know what's going to happen in the future.
I guess the other thing with probably Asians is you lose face. If you were to come face to face with it, you realize honestly, it's no big deal. You lose your job, you can always find another one. You can't drive the big car, sell the big car, get a small car, you still get to where you want to go. It's a lot to do with yourself, it's just your mindset. Are you over-exaggerating your fears? Because if you look at it objectively, in many cases, they are not what you think they are. Don't be afraid to chase your dreams.
Even though you're in a routine yourself, or stuck in a particular company culture, you can be the change. You can be the person who sets the culture. Who says that because I've joined this particular company, this culture, I have to conform to it? Why can't you be the person who makes a difference? Why don't you be the person who sets the pace, the culture?
I don't want to be stuck doing the same thing for the next 30, 40 years. I want to keep doing something different. And being in the mobile industry allows me to do that because that industry moves so quickly that if you don't do that, you will fall behind. So now, rather than have a 5-year plan, I kind of have a guide. It's like, it would be nice if I am at this point in 5 years, but things changes very fast. So, you just go with the flow.
You have to come to a point that you shouldn't be satisfied with yourself. You shouldn't be happy with where you're currently at. Don't be so easy to feel contented.
People definitely should step out of their comfort zone. Even for athletes, if they only run at their comfortable place, you will not set world records. Always take that extra step. Always take that hard step. If you are always comfortable where you are, you will not be able to see the full potential that you can go.
Happiness to me is being free. Being free to choose whatever I feel I need to do for myself. And the other thing about happiness to me is being able to accept myself for who I am. The ability to make my own choices And to be accepted for all my flaws makes me happy. I think life is all about having the right attitude, and if you can have the right mindset and the right attitude, breed happiness amongst your peers and those around you, then everything can be tackled in a great stride. I am a senior partner at Mind Valley and also a CEO of one of their startup companies called Mind Valley Engage. At total, I run about 3.5 teams, so life is pretty busy and hectic, but it's really good fun. I like to strike a good balance between work and play. So at work, because things have to happen, deadlines have to be met, projects have to be executed, you do need structure and organization in that. But when it comes to life, I think you should leave some spice up to it. Don't plan everything. Be ready for surprises. Enjoy whatever happens to you, because everything happens to you for a reason. So just embrace it and enjoy it. The most important thing at Mind Valley is making sure that happiness is key. We've even coined the term that happiness is the new productivity. When you feel happy, you can do things even better. Just imagine if you are having problems at home or problems with your colleague, you don't come to work with enthusiasm or gusto. So we try to breed a happy culture where you know your peers, you know your colleagues, your friends, you get along, you speak to each other well, you treat each other well. And I think this kind of cultivates a great enthusiasm for your role. So we try to make sure that happiness comes first. After happiness comes growth. After growth comes productivity and success. I believe that that is possible. We're trying to spread that to other companies and other teams, and from our observation, it's working out pretty well. Growing up, I was very fortunate to come from a very happy family background. But just like any family background, I had parents telling me who I needed to be in life, what I needed to study. Already then, I was feeling stifled at a young age. But when you voice this out as a kid, the adults laugh at you or they brush what you're saying off. So while I wasn't too frustrated with my upbringing, a chord was struck in me, the chord that freedom is every human right to make their choices. If I did not want to study the course that my parents wanted me to study, I should be allowed to make that choice because it is my life and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. I was very passionate about this topic from the start, and I never gave up on this passion. I would talk about it wherever I went and try to cultivate it as much as possible. After I learned what I needed to do at my past job, I heard of this company that specifically spoke about happiness as the new productivity, and that got me thinking, who is going to be laughing and joking in a workplace yet actually getting work done? It really inspired me and motivated me to learn how to incorporate those skills within myself when I was running my teams. And when your teams feel like they know what they need to do and they have support, I think happiness just comes naturally. There needs to be a shift here on a boss and manager level as well, to look at their teams as human beings and rather peers. Nurture their talent, don't stifle their talent. Identify their mistakes and show them how to correct it. Don't highlight their mistakes and shove it in their face. we believe that you don't tell somebody what time they should come to work, what they should wear, literally no rules. And some people challenge this idea. Well, if you give somebody no rules, then what's going to happen to them? But this is where trust is very important. What makes you think that if you let somebody go free, that they're not going to do anything? So when there are no limitations on what they should and can or cannot do, amazing things start to happen. People do meet deadlines. They're very responsible. In fact, they become very passionate about their job and their role because they want to prove something to themselves first. Trust the people that you work with. And when you give them that trust, what they give you back in return are results. We spend more time with our colleagues than we do with our family and friends. I mean, think about it. You're at work Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, and sometimes longer than 9 to 5, sometimes 12-hour days. So technically, these are the people that you're around most. So if you're not happy being around these people the majority of your life, how are you supposed to be happy in life? Life is a journey. You invest in it now, but you will see the results later. So stick it through. Follow through your plan. I can tell you my life is not perfect, and I don't want it to be perfect. I like the imperfections. You know, they say it's good to have a crack because otherwise, how are you going to let the light shine through? Life is always going to have its ups and downs. You're not supposed to just constantly be happy all the time. We cannot count on others and external factors to make us happy. You're born alone and you will die alone, so everything in between has to be self-sustaining. This journey for happiness is revolving around ourselves. It is our self-responsibility. They ask, is your cup half full or half empty? It doesn't matter how full your cup is. The question is, are you filling your own cup? Don't wait for somebody to put the water in your glass. Be your own water. So if I was not feeling happy about something, or if I had a dream to chase, I would deal with that because I'm the person to make that happen for me.